Hey guys, it's Ravenhawk6910 reporting once again. This review video is going to be a bit off from what I usually do, as we're not going to look at a ready-to-roll model. Instead, we're going to look at a custom model I found on eBay and talk about how certain things almost became reality. So with that, let's go ahead and get started with a bit of backstory. In 1991, the Canadian Pacific Railway Company purchased the Delaware and Hudson Railroad for $25 million. This gave CP a direct connection from Montreal, Quebec to Metro New York City. A year later in 1992, CP was in discussions with EMD for a possible order of 50 SD60M locomotives for the D&H to upgrade the worn-out fleet. It was so close to happening that EMD apparently made paint diagrams showing what the units would have looked like. As you can see, they would have been in D&H's famed blue, gray, and yellow paint, but with CP-style class lights on the nose and a Canadian-style top-mounted bell between the number boards on the cab. They also were designed to have a single rear headlight on the back of the long hood similar to CP locomotives. The units were to be numbered 7900 to 7949. Attractive as they were on paper to any railfan's eye, the order was never placed, and CP later placed the D&H under control of subsidiary St. Lawrence and Hudson Railway. Later, both companies were fully merged along with the Soo line into CP in 2000. But what if this had not happened? What if CP had actually gone through with the order of SD60Ms, similar to what they did to ordering SD60s and SD60Ms for the Soo line around that same time? Well, that's what brings me to this model right here. This is a RailPower Products HO Scale SD60M, a fairly common kit from the 1990s and early 2000s. I don't know who built this model or why they chose to build it the way they did, but it seems clear to me that the D&H SD60M order was on their mind when they did this. Obviously, this model wears CP Rail System Red with the dual flags logo, and its road number is 6058, a number that in real life is taken up by a CP SD40-2. But I think it's fun to bend the rules of model railroading for stuff just like this, and as you know, I do love my oddball trains. Even though the model is basic, it does have some very nice detail on it, including the Canadian top-mounted bell on the front and single rear headlight on the rear. It has all-metal handrails and rides on an Athearn Blue Box SD40-2 frame. The only thing missing that would make it an exact match to the D&H units is that the class lights on the nose are not present, and the ditch lights are mounted on the deck instead of below the anti-climber, but I'm willing to make exceptions. And even though the D&H units would have worn D&H colors, this is how I reason how this one is in CP Red. I'd imagine the way it would have gone is half of the units would have gotten D&H blue, gray, and yellow, while the other half would have gotten CP System Red. This is because around that same time, several units from the Soo line were being patched with CP markings, though keeping their road numbers. So, to me, it would only make sense for CP to do this. However, one change I would do is put a small D&H sublettering under the cab window to denote ownership, but that's just me. Otherwise, I have nothing but good things to say about this unit, and it's going to be fun to run it with the rest of my CP fleet. But that just about does it for this video. If you made it this far, first of all, let me say thank you for doing so. Please leave me a like on this video and comment down below your thoughts on this unit, or maybe even some other units that were built or almost were built but didn't quite come to pass. And if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell for more railroad-related content just like this. Be good to each other, and I'll see you all next time. This is Ravenhawk6910, signing off.